Welcome to the course. Next topic is photochemistry. Photochemistry of N2 pi star transitions. N2 pi transitions characteristics of compounds containing carbonyl compounds. Example aldehydes and ketones. Carbonyl compound C double bond O. Aldehydes and ketones exhibit four absorptions. They are N2 pi star, pi 2 pi star, N2 sigma star, sigma to sigma star. Four types of transitions. Already you know about the photochemistry. Okay, types of transitions, intersystem crossing, and all those things. Okay, here we are discussing N2 the reactions which involve by N2 pi star transitions. Okay, yeah, this will be present mostly in carbonyl compounds. Okay, examples carbonyl means aldehydes and ketones. In the aldehydes and ketones, we have four different types, four possibilities of absorptions are there: N2 pi star, pi 2 pi star, N2 sigma star, sigma 2 sigma star, and there at which absorption values are 280 nanometers for N2 pi star, 190 for pi 2 pi star, 170 for N2 sigma star, and 155 for sigma to sigma star. N2 pi star and pi 2 pi star are in the accessible region. Okay, means for photolight. Okay, and N2 sigma star, sigma to sigma star absorptions are in aldehydes and ketones is in use UV region. Okay, in photochemical reactions occurs in presence of light. Okay, that's why this N2 pi star and pi 2 pi star in the range accessible region, these are in the UV region. Okay, but carboxylic acids and its derivatives has around 200 to 220 nanometers. For carboxylic acids it will be 200 to 220. For carbonyls at 280. Structure of carbonyl compounds, if you take C double bond O, and it will be attached with two sigma bonds. Okay, this is sp hybridization. Oxygen also, oxygen sp hybridization, carbon sp2 hybridization. Okay, we have one sigma bond and one lone pair. Here two lone pairs are there. Okay, here we have how many sigma bonds? Okay, here hybridization, if you see 1, 2, 3, number of sigma bonds are 3 on the carbon, 3 sigma bonds, that's why sp2 hybridization. On oxygen we have only one. Okay, one sigma bond. It is one sigma bond is there. sp hybridization oxygen. Carbon here sp2 hybridization. sp hybrid orbital on oxygen having lone pair is less in energy, that's why more stable. Okay, whatever the lone pair which is present, it will have a less energy. Less energy means more stable. Okay, that's why less liable. The lone pair in the p orbital and the oxygen is high energy, therefore less stable. Okay, whatever the lone pair is present in the p orbital. Okay, oxygen configuration, if you take 1s2 2s2, oxygen 8. Okay, 2p4. Okay, 2p4, that's why the lone pair is present in the p orbital. Okay, that's why it is less stable. Hence p orbital electron gets promoted on absorption of UV light, and sp hybrid orbital not involved in photochemical reaction. Okay, whatever the lone pairs, oxygen undergoing here sp hybrid or hybridization. Okay, here whatever the lone pairs are there, that lone pair electrons are get promoted. Okay, upon observing UV light, not the sp hybridized orbital. Okay, in a chemical reaction means in carbonyl compounds. Okay, in by taking light, the lone pairs are excited from the oxygen to participate in the reaction. Lone pair n in N2 pi star, n means lone pair of electrons. Okay, here we have one hybrid orbital electron, one p unhybrid orbital electrons. Two lone pairs are there. Okay, one lone pair belongs to the hybrid orbital and one is unhybridized orbital. Unhybridized orbital lone pair will involve in the excitation. Okay, if you write the configuration for this, you can able to know. Okay, configuration of oxygen and which is involving configuration, if you write 1s2 2s2 for oxygen, 2p4. 2p4 means we'll have three orbitals in each one, then one will be paired. Okay, in s orbital and p orbital 1, both will involve in hybridization, sp hybridization. Other than that, two more electrons we have that will become paired. Okay, that is the unhybridized orbital electrons. Okay, unhybridized electrons will readily get excited. Okay, if you take the energy levels, we have pi, n and pi star, pi electrons here. Pi electrons, it can donate easily lone pairs. Okay, that's why this will involve n and pi electrons. Okay, n, pi, n and pi star. Pi we have two, n we have two electrons. Okay, longer wavelength if you take in the light, in longer wavelength if you take, one electron will be shifted from n to pi star, n to pi star. Okay, then here ISC, intersystem crossing. Intersystem crossing, what happened? This is anticlockwise. It is not changing its state. It is becoming reverse here. Okay, changing its intersystem crossing will correct it. It is singlet state. Here it is a triplet state. N2 pi star singlet, N2 pi star triplet. Same like that it is going. Okay. N2 pi star singlet, N2 pi star triplet. Singlet is converting into triplet. Okay, then lower wavelengths. Okay, lower wavelengths are there. Okay, electron jumps from pi. Okay, pi to pi star transition. Okay, based on the which wavelength light it is observing. Okay, if it is observing longer wavelengths, n to pi star transitions occurs. First it forms n to pi star singlet without changing spin. Okay, by changing the spin, it will forms the n to pi star triplet. Pi to pi star in the low lambda wavelength values. Okay, the light which will have low lambda value, that will be observed. Okay, then lower wavelength, that's why from the lower state, from here it will jump to the pi star. Pi to pi star, it is singlet, it is pi to pi star intersystem crossing, pi to pi star triplet it forms. These are the types of transitions, n to pi star and pi to pi star. N to pi star in longer wavelengths, pi to pi star in lower wavelengths. Okay, then energy of pi to pi star is greater than energy of n to pi star wavelength. Okay, this is pi means here to here, n to pi star means here, means energy gap will be more. Here to here energy increases, this energy is more, this energy is less. Therefore, n to pi star transitions occur at longer wavelength and less intense, and symmetry forbidden. All hydroxylic compounds are polar solvents. Pi to pi star transitions occurs at shorter wavelength and more intense, symmetry allowed. Okay, that's why n to pi stars occur at longer wavelength. Okay, less energy, that's why longer wavelength. Okay, this high energy and wavelength opposite. High energy, that's why lower wavelengths. Okay, pi to pi star transitions occur at shorter wavelength and they are more intense, symmetry allowed. Okay, this is about the introduction of the carbonyl compounds. Okay, the photochemistry of carbonyl compounds. In that we have n2 pi star transitions, reactions due to the n2 pi star transitions. Okay, possibilities we have four, but allowed are only two, n2 pi star and pi 2 pi star. In that also n2 pi star, because it will take less energy for the excitation. Okay, pi to pi star it will take more energy. Okay, this is the introduction about the photochemistry of carbonyl compounds. Thank you.